JJ the CPA here with first quarter 2020 financials. I want you to get two extra reports. One of them you may have been getting and you missed it, and it's called the General Ledger. General Ledger. This is where the numbers actually come alive. You know, you always want to look at a P&L, a profit and loss, a balance sheet. I talk about it in my book, JJ the CPA here. But, you know, the most important report for me when I'm talking with any client, what I want to see if I'm bringing on a new client is the General Ledger, because I get to see what makes up the numbers. So you can look at a P&L and you can look at a balance sheet, but all you're seeing is the sum of the numbers, right? So when you're looking at parking, you know, parking, $688. Okay, how did we arrive at that number? The General Ledger shows transaction by transaction to show what makes up that $688. So why is it important to look at? It's like, oh, I didn't know we were charging parking on this credit card. Oh, I didn't know we were paying for tolls out of here. Oh, I didn't know that we were paying a flat monthly charge. Why is this in parking, right? Could you even be looking at that? I mean, here's a simple example. Just what's in the parking? $688. What's in parking? What's in there, right? Office supplies, right? You can go through and it's like, oh, why is John Hancock Fabrics in office supplies? What's that? So the General Ledger, get it, because it's going to show you the detail. A General Ledger will be in the order of your financial statements. When you're looking at a General Ledger, the first part of the report is going to be all the details of your bank account, and then everybody just goes, oh my gosh, this is so much information. I can't keep going and keep going and keep going into the report. And when you're going through, you're going to find office supplies or rent or something that you recognize. And now you're in the juicy part because you're going to see what makes up that number. So when you're looking at your P&L, and again, you're like, okay, $688 in parking next. When you're looking through the GL, you're going to see every transaction that makes up that $688. Do yourself a favor, get your General Ledger. I'm telling you, it'd take you 5 minutes to look at it. For whatever reason, you get a thick report and people are like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't even know if I have time to do that. You can fan through that thing very quickly. Okay, so we're going to talk more about this. The other report I want you to get is what I call a rolling 12 income statement. A rolling 12 balance sheet doesn't exist. But you want it on your P&L, okay? You want it on your income statement. And what that is, with the rolling 12 is, it's always gonna let you know how the last 12 months of your business has looked. Everybody looks, you know, January through March, okay? We got January through March. And then we go, well, what did we do last January through March? Well, what if December wasn't good? What if there was some collections that carried over? What if you're doing some year-end planning? So when you're just comparing the first 3 months to the last 3 months, hey, it's got some value to it. But you know what's more powerful is if when you get your next quarter, okay, when you get your first quarter financials, if you were able to have a month-by-month P&L, which they come like that in QuickBooks, is April 1st, through March 31st, okay, month by month. And now you're looking at a whole different picture of your business. It's the most recent information. And like in QuickBooks, the far right column is then the total that will equal, okay, here's what I've done in the last 12 months. Here's what I've collected in the last 12 months. Here's what I've spent in payroll in the last 12 months. Here's what I've spent on, you name it, in the last 12 months, okay? It's too easy to look at just a quarter and compare it to the prior year quarter, or just to look at a quarter and go, I don't even know what that really means, okay? But to see a full 12 months gives you a much richer picture. Ask for it. No one's gonna know what a rolling 12 is. It's what I call it. What you're asking for is you want a profit and loss statement that's month by month for the last 12 months, the last 12 months of activity. So you got first quarter 2020 reports, right? That's through March 31st. Then you want April 1st, 2019 through March 31st, 2020. You're gonna have 12 months. Take a look at it. It's gonna show you your numbers, your business in a whole different light. And now, especially if you're looking through the details of your General Ledger, now this business of looking at your financials is going to start to take flight. You're going to feel more like you understand the numbers. And so, yes, you want to still look at what's been provided to you, the balance sheet, the profit and loss, the cash flow statement, which not as often is included, but that general ledger, and then get yourself the last 12 months of your P&L, and then let's talk, okay? Let's talk. Look at them, okay? It's your numbers. It's typically written in English. They are, traditional numbers that you've been seeing since about kindergarten, right? It'll say parking. So you can't be like, what is it that I'm looking? It's parking. I'm looking at an expense of parking. I'm now just looking at the details of it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, wow. And it's no longer a magic trick. Okay? And you're looking at rent. Well, you'd be like, well, that should be easy. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's right. We have a storage unit, right? You're going through office supplies. When did we buy fabric? Okay, this isn't about finding wrongdoing. It's not about beating up on whoever's spending money. It's what is going into your numbers. Okay, and then know this, your accountant, your bookkeeper, your CPA, whoever's doing your books, they're only going to be based on what they know. Okay, everybody thinks like, I gave him to such and such, they cracked up job on my financials. Well, based on what they know, they don't know and knows the numbers as well as you do. It's not even possible. It's your business, your numbers. Okay, you wrote the check. I mean, if you put BFC in there and someone puts it to charitable contributions, and you're like, no, BFC, that's that new vendor where we get all these supplies. That needs to go up in supplies. And now you're going to be looking at financials all year, and your supplies has been off. And you're thinking, I've been really charitable this year. You have to look at your own numbers. Why? Because your business is made up of numbers. It's the atoms. It's the essence of your business, okay? It's not the paper. It's not the computers. It's not the flour, okay? It's not the scissors. It's not the chair, okay? It's not the sauce. It's the numbers is what makes up the business. General ledger, rolling 12, okay? These are my 2 secrets. And you may be like, really? Like a CPA has a secret about reports? Yes. Because whenever I sit down with new clients and we go through this stuff, they're like, wow, this is so awesome. No one's ever done this with me before. And it doesn't even mean whoever they were with is lazy or just no one normally does it. No one normally does it. Why? Because most people aren't interested, or they think whoever's doing their books thinks that whoever they're giving them to isn't that interested, so they don't go through it with them. But that's how you can separate a freaking fantastic tax pro EA or CPA is, can they go through your numbers with you? And you better pay for this time, okay? You better pay for the time. And here's what you say to your whoever's doing it. Hey, listen, I want to come in and have a meeting with you. I know it's in addition to what it is that I pay for. Have a little respect. I don't care what it is that you're paying. You're asking them. Just say, hey, I just want to go through my numbers with you. I want to look at the general ledger. I want to go through it. I want to get to know my numbers a little more. Okay? And so I'd like to buy an hour meeting with you. Okay? Buy an hour meeting. And you know why you're doing that? Here's the drum roll. You know why you're doing that? Because then you're going to really see, did they bring it for the meeting because they know they're making more money? Okay, did they prep? Did they pull it together? Okay, because when I'm having that special meeting with my clients, okay, I've got it broken out. I've got the last 12 months. I've got quarter by quarter. I've got maybe however many, 10 years worth. And we're doing some analysis, and I've got different things for us to go through in the general ledger and some ideas on this and then that and comparisons and the tax estimate. What could we do about it? Knock on their door and pay for it. Knock on their door and pay for it and ask them to go through your numbers. And then don't be insulting about it if you're not impressed. Okay? just go and try and find somebody else. And you know what you can say is, check out my book. I'm not going to even tell you any further because in the beginning of my book, I'm going to plug it. Why not? The beginning of my book, I dedicate to how you find the professional, from a lawyer to an investment advisor to an insurance professional to a banker to an attorney and people like me, okay, that work with numbers, okay? Find that right one that can help you make your numbers come alive. Because when they come alive and you understand them, and it's easy to understand them. The reason they're hard to understand is that you just think they're hard to understand. You just think they are. What's 2 + 2? 4. It's that easy. It is that easy. And that general ledger, boom, really breaks it down for you. And then when something doesn't make sense, just go like, well, I guess I don't understand it. No, it's because there's probably something in there that doesn't make sense and you need to ask about it. And then maybe they explain it to you like, oh, okay, now that makes sense. Okay? Why have someone do your books if you're not going to have the service to go along with it to understand them? And then, maybe a video for another time. But if you're doing your own books and you don't really know what the hell it is that you're doing, just stop it. Just pay someone to do your books, but do them so that you can understand the numbers. Okay? Why even do books other than just it's a check register on your own? Why do them? What, so you can save a few bucks? What kind of business owner are you? Okay, you don't save money by getting someone inexpensive to do your taxes and your books. And somebody that's expensive should be worth it. Why? Because the numbers come alive and they meet with you and they give you ideas. Okay? And you know what? I can visit with any business owner and give them ideas, and I don't know anything about their business. But I know numbers. I know numbers. And this is what people think. Well, I want to bring an accountant in because they're going to tell me what I shouldn't be spending money on. Like we're going to just show up? Screw that. I drive a Jaguar. I mean, like, you want to drive a Chevy? Great. You want to drive a BMW? Great. You want to drive a Jag? You want to drive a... Great. What does that have anything to do with your freaking business? Nothing. Can your business support it? Great. So I don't care about that. I'm not looking at what's spent. I'm looking at top line. I'm looking at top line and then looking at percentages. It's like, okay, well, if you're doing this, then to support that, your top line needs to be this. What can we do to get the top line up? And asking questions and going through it. Okay? Right? Like, you need to get with somebody that's going to make you understand your numbers. Because once you start understanding your numbers, and it's not hard, then things start coming alive. And you're like, I don't know if I should bring on that new stylist. I don't know if we should introduce this new recipe. I don't know if we should do the catering that way. And how are you going to know these things? Okay? Because you're going to be able to look at numbers in a different way. And it's just in an obvious way. You just need someone to go like this to you. It's okay. It's all right. You can look. You can look. You can look. Oh, wow, this is really easy. Everything I need to know about numbers running my business, I probably learned by, 3rd grade. Now, I get the taxes are hard, right? There's so many things to do, right? But if you have crappy numbers, the person that's doing your taxes can't do a good job because you got crap numbers, okay? And for me, it's about the numbers because that's what your business really is, okay? Now, if you just want to run let's say you're a restaurant, well, then go work down at the Mission. I just want to cook. We can go get a job cooking at the Mission. And you can cook to your heart's content. Never have to worry about nothing. Well, I just want to cut hair. Great. Go down to 5th Avenue and say, hey, who wants a haircut? Because that's all I want to do. I just want to cut hair. I don't want to worry about numbers. Okay? Then you don't want to be a business owner, because if you're going to be a business owner, it's numbers. Okay? Being a business owner isn't about cutting hair. Being a business owner isn't about serving food. Being a business owner isn't about practicing law or drilling on teeth. That's not a business owner, okay? That's a business, but that's not the business owner side. The business owner side is one thing and one thing only, period, the end. Numbers. Numbers. How much should I borrow? How much should I pay off? How much should I pay? How much should I keep? How much should I? Numbers, 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 numbers. How do you know your numbers? General ledger, baby. General ledger. All right. I tell you, 1233 right now, go buy my book. This video wasn't even anything about my book, but I got stuff in there. You should just buy it, right? You got this free, right? I charge my clients $400 an hour. You just got $100 free. Go buy a book for $12.33 to pick up some more info. Valuable, guaranteed. All right, hey, have a great one. Let's rock. Get the general ledger, get yourself a rolling 12, and let your numbers come alive because they're yours. How exciting. JJ the CPA, out.